Despite achieving many groundbreaking milestones throughout history, scientists worldwide still encounter mysteries from the past that we struggle to understand. In today's video, we'll focus on mind-boggling constructions that puzzle even the experts. How could our ancestors have built these monumental structures without modern knowledge and technology? What can these enigmatic structures teach us? And what secrets in the course of history could our findings reveal? We invite you on a journey into the depths of the archaeological world, a journey where we'll explore the mysteries of the past. Ollantaytambo. Located in the Urumba province of Peru, Ollantaytambo is a building complex from the Inca period. At first glance, this complex is clearly visible and known as a significant example of Inca architecture. Despite the passage of years, its buildings and terraces still stand in their original splendor. The well-planned sub-areas clearly show the distinct separation of different administrative, agricultural, and military facilities. However, still debate the true builder of Ollantaytambo. A theory suggests that this area was actually built by the Tiwanaku people. The Incas may have later settled in these pre-existing settlements. This theory is based on the age of the stones used. Allegedly, the 6 monolithic walls date back to a period before the Incas. Also, some stylistic choices, such as T-shaped arrangements and striking step motifs, the Tiwanaku style. Even more complex are the stone protrusions, often referred to as knobs. These protrusions can be angular or round and are called intiwanatana by most historians. This term refers to the sundial function associated with ritual stones. Even today, it is not fully understood how these sundials work. Other researchers believe these protrusions served a more practical purpose, to facilitate the lowering of blocks weighing tons. Given that the construction of this complex required almost superhuman strength, proponents of the ancient astronaut theory believe that Ollantaytambo may actually have an extraterrestrial past. Therefore, they claim that such structures could not have been built with their own means during the Inca or Tiwanaku periods. These perfectly completed monumental structures suggest that ancient civilizations may have received help from outer space in carrying out their projects. Nan Madol. Located in Micronesia in the South Pacific, Nan Madol is situated on 92 artificial islands and is considered a city in the classical sense. According to experts, this area served more as an isolated ritual center, specifically designed for elite political and religious leaders. It is certain that Nan Madol's settlement history dates back at least 3,000 years. However, we have very little information about the durable structure of Nan Madol, which was built on coral reefs. It is believed that the massive stone blocks in this structure are too heavy to be moved without mechanical devices. Regarding the construction of Nan Madol, there have always been exciting myths and legends circulating among the local people. These myths mention a race affected by black magic and coming from a now lost continent. However, these myths and legends have not been scientifically verified and do not provide definitive information about the actual construction process of Nan Madol. Still, this unique building complex stands out as a legacy that bears the traces of history and preserves its mystery. Skara Brae. Although it is an area where settlement emerged in the Neolithic period, its importance came to light with its discovery in the 1850s. During this period, a severe storm on the Orkney Island of Scotland caused the loss of over 200 lives and also revealed long-forgotten buildings. Skara Brae has since been referred to as the Pompeii of Scotland because the site is exceptionally well preserved. Archaeological research has shown that cattle were once raised, agriculture was practiced, and bread was baked here. Although the 8 dwellings in Skara Brae offer a true understanding of life in the Scottish Neolithic period, their exact dates remain a mystery. Findings such as human remains, carvings, and a bull's head provide information about the ancient religious rituals here. However, it is unclear why the inhabitants of Skara Brae abandoned the village more than 4,000 years ago. This may be related to a misfortune or an unknown disaster. Skara Brae retains its importance as a unique archaeological site that offers an important window into prehistoric life and the lifestyle of people during this period. However, the exact history of this area and why it was abandoned are still mysteries that continue to be researched. Moai. The purpose of the moai, made by the ancient inhabitants of Easter Island, is still not fully understood. There are different theories among experts. However, it is certain that the moai were not created alone and were part of larger ceremonial platforms. These stone statues are thought to have been made to represent sacred ancestors or honored chiefs, and to close the link between the world of the living and the dead. It is also a mystery that moai production suddenly stopped one day. Some historians believe this was due to a dispute between workers and food suppliers. According to a legend belonging to Easter Island, an old witch one day catches a huge, thorny lobster and brings it to the workers, asking them to set aside a piece for herself. However, the stonemasons eat the lobster completely. When the witch sees this, she casts a curse on the figures, and as a result, all the figures fall. This legend is just one of the reasons behind the cessation of the construction of the moai, and does not provide definitive proof. The production of the moai and why they were suddenly abandoned is still a matter of debate, and research continues. These fascinating stone statues of Easter Island are considered an important cultural heritage that preserves its mystery and awakens people's imagination. Giant heads. Archaeologists in Mexico discovered the first colossal stone heads belonging to the Olmec culture in the 1940s. 10 of these massive stone artifacts were unearthed at that time. Some were 2.85 meters high and weighed 25 tons. These massive stone heads were found in Mesoamerica's oldest ceremonial center in San Lorenzo. It is believed that these heads were created in just 100 years. Although each head is carved from a single block of stone, each has different characteristics. This indicates that the figures are based on real people. These artifacts are one of the few clues we have about the history of the Olmec civilization. The Olmec civilization experienced a rapid collapse more than 2,000 years ago and lost almost all of its existence. These colossal stone heads are considered an impressive example of Olmec culture and carry the remains of this lost civilization to the present day. Their purpose and meanings are still not fully understood, and research continues. Georgia Guidestones. It is a monument located in the state of Georgia in the United States, and is also known as America's Stonehenge. However, considering that these columns were built in 1980, it is fair to say that this definition is not entirely accurate. Unfortunately, before being destroyed using explosives in the summer of 2022, these stone columns contained 10 different inscriptions in 8 different languages. Among the inscriptions were statements stating that the world's population should be reduced to 500 million. It also stated that the remaining people should be united through a new common language. Each nation should take care of its own affairs, and that international disputes should be resolved by a world court. It is not known for certain who commissioned the construction of the Georgia Guidestones. All that is known is that it was built by a construction company by a group of loyal Americans using the name Robert C. Christian. However, very little is known about this group, and the true motives behind the construction remain a mystery. Pumapunku. It is a platform mound located in Bolivia and was used by both the Tiwanaku peoples and the Inca civilization. The precision of the carved components appears to be of a perfection that even modern computer-controlled lasers can be compared to. But how is this possible? Because the builders did not know such technologies at that time. Proponents of the ancient astronaut hypothesis have their own views on this. According to them, Pumapunku served as a home for extraterrestrial beings and is important evidence for the accuracy of the parabiological current. However, these claims are countered by critics who believe that the architectural skills of the world's indigenous peoples are underestimated. Regarding the construction of Pumapunku, although there is no definitive answer today, it is thought that remarkable engineering skills were used to achieve the mastery and precision in this structure. The construction techniques of that period may have been carried out with traditional methods learned by experienced stonemasons and masters. Various tools and techniques may have been used to cut, shape, and place the stones. For example, the use of tools made of hard minerals for cutting and shaping stones the application of techniques such as friction and abrasion methods can be considered. The techniques and mastery used in the construction of Pumapunku are still a mystery, and for some, the ancient astronaut hypothesis may be an interesting explanation. However, there is no definitive evidence to support this hypothesis, and it is a generally unaccepted view. Mysterious megaliths in the park in Asuka. The mysterious megaliths found in the village of Asuka are a truly fascinating discovery. It is not known exactly why these structures were built, but they are interpreted by researchers as ancient sacrificial altars. The ritual patterns engraved on the surfaces of the stones also support this theory. The megalith called Sakafune Ishi is particularly noteworthy. This megalith is 5.5 meters long, 2.3 meters wide, and 1 meter thick, appearing to be carved from a large piece of granite. It dates back more than 2,500 years and weighs 7 tons. The mysterious part is that the carvings on the surfaces of these megaliths are made with such precision that it would be very difficult even with today's modern equipment. This is a question mark as to how it was achieved thousands of years ago. In ancient times, different tools and techniques may have been used for stonework. Stones could be processed with tools made of hard minerals, methods such as friction and abrasion techniques. Master stonemasons could have carried out these carvings with years of experience and mastery. However, there is no definitive information on exactly how it was done, and how and for what purpose the carvings on these megaliths were made remains a mystery. Researchers are trying to solve this mystery by conducting more excavations and research. Ancient nanostructures from outside the world. These mysterious objects, referred to as ancient nanostructures from outside the world, have sparked debate about the miniature structures found around the Narada and Balbanyu rivers. These objects were discovered during geological research in gold mines in the Ural Mountains. These miniature structures consist of coils, spirals, and other pieces whose purpose we do not know. While large pieces are usually made of copper, small pieces are made using metals such as tungsten and molybdenum. The largest of these objects is 3 centimeters long, while the smallest is 25 thousandths of a centimeter long. It is thought that these structures did not form by natural processes and were produced by humans. Some have suggested that they may have originated from test rockets fired from a nearby space base. However, a report prepared by the Moscow Institute shows that these structures are much older. However, this report contradicts the fact that these structures were found in rocks at depths of 3 to 10 meters at dates ranging up to 318,000 years. The origin of these mysterious structures and how they were formed is still unclear. Some believe that these structures separated from the natural formations of the rocks and are perhaps the product of an ancient civilization or a people with technology. However, since there is no definitive answer, more research and investigation is needed on this subject. Ancient megalithic stones. Baalbek is an ancient site located in Lebanon. Especially the huge megalithic stones in Baalbek are an important feature of this region. One of Baalbek's most famous structures is the Temple of Baal Jupiter, but older sections of the site are uncertain about their origins. One of the huge stones in Baalbek was waiting to be brought from a quarry in the south and weighed 1,200 tons. For a long time, this stone was considered the largest stone ever cut. However, this record was broken when another stone weighing 1,500 tons was unearthed in later excavations. Today there are cranes that can lift such heavy stones, but it is not possible to move them at the same time. There are some theories about how these stones were moved in ancient times. The use of wooden rollers has been proposed as a possible method. The stones are made of granite, a tough material cut from solid granite. The process of cutting, transporting, and placing the megalithic stones in Baalbek is still a great mystery. Since there are no documents from ancient times about how these huge structures were built and moved, this topic is still debated among researchers. The mystery of 24 black boxes in Egypt. The mystery of the 24 black boxes found near the Giza pyramids in Egypt remains unsolved. These boxes are made of solid Aswan granite, weighing more than 100 tons, and are designed with great precision. However, the reason and purpose why these strange-looking boxes bear a resemblance to the cave system in the hills 20 kilometers south of the Great Pyramid of Giza is still unknown. The cutting of the boxes required a skill that required very fine precision, and this has led some experts to theorize that these structures were not built for the Egyptian pharaohs, but were actually left on Earth by an alien race, and later used by the pharaohs. However, this theory is a speculative hypothesis, and has not been proven. Purpose and function of the boxes is still unclear. However, their cuts are so precise that they have remained airtight for thousands of years. This may indicate that the contents inside them were preserved, or that the boxes may have had a specific ritual or religious meaning. Unfortunately, there is no clear information on this, and the boxes still hold many of their mysteries. Such ancient structures and artifacts continue to be a subject of ongoing research and discovery for archaeologists and experts. More work and research in the future has the potential to unravel the mystery of the black boxes in Egypt.